morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday, happy hump day to everybody. This is Lisa Derby Oden here with MassMEP. I'm the project development coordinator, and I'm speaking with Deanna Zarrella today. So Deanna, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Well, good morning, and thank you for having me today. My name is, as stated, my name is Deanna Zarrella, and I'm the Senior Human Resources Director at AIS. We're located here in Leominster, Massachusetts, and we are a manufacturer of office furniture. And I'm happy to be here and, shed some light on this lovely situation that we've been in now, week 9, and I look forward to chatting with Lisa.
That's so great, Deanna. And I know we've chatted some before, and so this is going to give us a little bit of an update on what AIS has been up to since our last communication. So maybe, I mean, things have changed so quickly and so up and down all over the place here throughout this, I think. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about what's going on with AIS right now. How is your business? I know you were an essential employer, so, have things been up, down,
Yeah,
mode?
Absolutely. So we were one of the fortunate few that actually had been deemed an essential business since the onset of COVID-19. And for us, it meant that over these last 9 weeks, it has been, we've really changed our focus on, how we're doing business. And we were impacted by a lot of individuals whereby schools were closed. So we lost probably about 35 people with schools being closed because they didn't have anyone to provide daycare. So, it was scrambling, and a lot of them were essential employees. And in particular, our quality department got impacted the most. So that's really a very important part of AIS, our QC inspectors and engineers. So we, reconfigured our production floor to, accommodate for those needs, because we do have a lot of single parents out there as well as co-parenting, and we have husband and wife teams that work here. So, we realigned our businesses out there and making sure that we could accommodate those needs, and we still have those individuals out. But the focus for us was, how are we going to deal with this? So, we're a manufacturing environment. And, when you're working on a manufacturing floor, you do have teams of people that do work together, or, as we call them, cells. So one of the first things that we had to do was actually go out there and really kind of re-engineering the production line as well as the offices up front. So as like many businesses, we immediately took any non-essential employee and we asked them to start working from home. So that's still happening. We have not brought back any of those non-essential employees. They're still working from home, and I can assure you that many of them continue to reach back to me saying, when are we going to be able to go back to work? But we're taking it slowly. And the same thing that we did out in the production facility, we basically reconfigured the floor to accommodate that, making sure we were able to meet the demands of our customers. And the landscaping of our customers changed as well too. We were working on special projects for basically like the DCU Center when they were setting up the makeshift facility for intake of COVID patients. We were first to respond in getting those workstations set up for them. We've worked with Brigham and Women's Hospitals, and we've worked with a lot of other essential employers out there to help them prepare for what we had no idea was going to happen, and now 9 weeks later, the change is how are we going to work with all of those employers that are getting ready to transition employees back into their offices. So, we've changed some of our offerings now, and we've got, these plexiglass shields. We've got glass shields so that we're retrofitting workspaces that were once open concept, and now we're making them so that we're able to accommodate all of the social distancing when in preparation of companies returning their workforce 100% back into office spaces.
Wow, you know what? I mean, that's phenomenal that you were able to, first of all, participate in the Worcester field hospital setup and that kind of thing. So inspirational. I get goosebumps when I talk to people and hear their stories like that and stuff like that. But also phenomenal that you're able to kind of change your direction or your product design and so quickly, which is, I mean, that's just a wonderful
Yeah.
thing.
And we had to, you know, and we were
Right.
fortunate too, because unfortunately for the office industries, a lot of them were working in states or had their corporate facilities in states whereby they were not able to open up, but we already had a lot of government contracts. So we've been able to fill those needs. And throughout that course of it, we've also gotten new customers too, but
Yeah.
there were essential businesses that were not able to be provided by other suppliers. So we really just kicked it up a notch, and we stayed within our lead times for customers, while also trying to struggle with the employee population not being at full capacity. And that was another struggle. It's not like I can just hire somebody, you know, day one and they're going to understand how to actually run on a particular line. So there's a lot of internal training that has to be done in order to get people to a level so that they are able to meet the demands that are out on that production line. So again, it was a lot of scrambling, but you know, we've got a good solid core of management team here, and we worked day and night on this, and I think, you know, we've done a phenomenal job, and it's been a positive impact for all of our workforce. I think, you know, again, there's a lot of people that are very thankful that AIS is still working, and we've been working through this. So it's more, you know, it's being able to come into work. I will say, me personally, I come into work every day. It's HR. So, you know, my HR team, and I have 3 other, you know, they're just an incredible team of people. We have that contact with people every day. So we need to be there, and it helps us as well too. I don't think they realize, you know, if I had to stay home and do a lot of this stuff, it would be difficult, because it is something that you do need one-on-one contact with. And production people need to see that. We're here to support them as much as they are here to support us.
That's great. So it sounds like for AIS that, you know, you've got a pretty good road ahead in terms of production and business and that kind of thing. Can you share a little bit of your crystal ball maybe with us about
Yeah.
what it looks like maybe 3 months down the road and
Sure.
then maybe a year down the road?
Yeah, I think for us right now, all predictions are showing, you know, we're off probably between, you know, about 10%. I'm going to say our business is off right now, but right now with the redesign of our product lines, the assumption is that, you know, what we had for orders may be pending back at the end of 2019 that might have been a 2020 ship date. That's changed. So the product line has changed, and we have been able to sustain our business because we've been able to adapt quite readily to the changes that are going on. And as with everything with COVID-19, it's evolving every day. So, you know, we're responding to it. We meet daily as a management team, and that's all facets of our business. So we know what's going on. And we also have, you know, our sales force, which they're placed strategically throughout the US. So there may be some states that have closed sooner than other states, but that doesn't mean there hasn't been contact with their client base as well too. So there's a continuous pulse that's going on as far as making sure we're ready to come back when everybody else is ready to come back at 100%. So we have a lot of field service people that are working with install people who, you know, we've made products for, but they might be in a state that isn't opened up yet. You know, governors in that state will be ready to open those offices. So they're working with the install people to make sure that when, you know, that workforce does come back, those office spaces are ready for them. So our showrooms are still closed, and our corporate office here in Leominster, our showroom has been closed. But, you know, obviously with the power of Zoom, it's really nice that we're able to still showcase. So, you know, if somebody who's new to AIS and doesn't really know who we are able to have these meetings, and those salespeople can do that, so they can show them how we're able to take their current workspace and adapt it to what the new normal is going to look like going forward. And I don't anticipate that's going to change. I think this is going to be something like, you know, after 9/11, we've now all gotten used to the 9/11 and what we have to do going through airport security. And I think this is going to be one of those things that it's just going to become part of our everyday life. So, you know, and we're ready for that. So.
That's great, Deanna. So I'm wondering if you can share with me, I heard about a wonderful initiative that you folks are involved with called sewthemasks.org. And I'm wondering if you can talk about that.
Sure, sure. So, with the onset of this, so we, again, being fortunate in the industry that we have upholsterers and stitchers that work here at AIS full time. And so when the concept that, people were going to have to start wearing masks evolved,
Yeah.
what happened was we basically took a line out in our production facility and we dedicated that to just making masks. And so the concept first came in, okay, so we took AIS full-time employees and we changed the product line to just make these masks. And we tried all sorts of different fabrics. And so what most recently with the Sew the Mask project was, we made donations to local facilities and was like, God, this is really a good thing to do. So our CEO, President Bruce Klatzman, came up with this concept of sewthemasks.org. And basically, Rosie, obviously we all know about Rosie. So the Rosie that you see on the face of AIS is actually an employee at AIS, and her name is MJ. And she works out in our shipping department. And she's just that high energy, just infectious and just, self-giving. And so we thought, oh, this would be a really good let's make MJ our Rosie. And so the concept is we want to be able to make at least 1 million masks. And we're partnering with other companies who will donate monies. And we've solicited, as of today, actually this morning, we have basically 300 Rosies across the country that are volunteering their time to sew these masks. And what it is, we get the corporate sponsors and we take these kits and we send them out to the Rosies. And the Rosies make, and each kit, contains 50 masks. And the Rosies make those masks. And then once those masks have been completed, we have everything in there. It's a self-address. They send everything back to AIS. We do an internal quality check. So we have people here who are checking to make sure that everything is made the way it's supposed to be towards the specifications, and all of that's enclosed into the box. So there's really no guesswork. Everything is prepped for them. They just have to sew it and send it back with the pre-addressed label that's there. And once those come back, the vendors who have, asked that they want to donate these 1,000 masks, we send it to them. That's what we do. Once they're completed, we send them those masks, and then they get to decide, what, where are we going to send these? So our goal is we want them to, to give them to people who may not have access to masks. It might be too, they have a local homeless shelter and these people don't have the ability to get masks. It may be a school, it may be a hospital, it could be a multitude of things, but they get to designate where they want these masks to go to. It's partnering with us. We've partnered with these Rosies across the country who are basically donating their time to do it. And it's a great concept. It's fun. It's exciting to see it. They're all washable. They're made with the antimicrobial fabrics, which is really the fabrics that they use on the curtains that you see in the emergency room. So they're geared towards this, and they're comfortable to wear too. So yeah, it's a great concept. And to date we have over 300 Rosies that are here, and so far we've already gotten 300 orders. So that's exciting. It's really exciting.
That is phenomenal. I got to tell you, start talking about that, and like I said earlier, goosebumps, right? All over again, goosebumps. And
right,
what a great way to spread that love all across the country, really.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything else you'd like to add for our update here, Deanna?
No, I think like most manufacturing companies now, and those of us that are, we got the go, we've kind of been ahead of it. I think for us, we're really, as things evolve, we too are changing. So we're preparing for this. Right now, I think it might be a little bit more difficult getting people to come back to work because, again, we still have daycares that are closed. We're not sure what's going to happen with camps too. A lot of our parents here do send their kids to camps. I can certainly tell you I have such an appreciation of, our teachers now, parents working from home who are working full-time, or having to teach full-time. This is really, really a trying time for people, and it's so exciting to see how many people have pulled together to really come through this. You know, you don't know how difficult things are until you start hearing it and you see, wow, you know, you got through this, and this is just going to be another one of those. We're going to get through it. It's going to be different. It'll be a new normal, not only for AIS, but for all of us. And I think, you know, you just have to stay positive and know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And, you know, we're all going to be part of that journey, you know, whether we like it or not, this is it. And I think, you know, most of us here, we're embracing it because there really isn't anything else to do. So, you know, the glass can either be half full or half empty. You decide, but you got to go in with a positive attitude. So, and that's really, you know, for us, that's what we're trying to do. So it's good. It's business. It's, you know, we like what we do. We enjoy it. And we know that, you know, we're going to persevere and we're here. So.
Well, I love your outlook on all of this, and I really want to thank you for taking some time to speak with us today. Deanna, thank you very much, and we look forward to future conversations.
Thank you. Stay well, everyone. Take care.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.